Welcome to the dark. I collect stories people don't want to tell. Some are real. Some should have stayed hidden.
Deep within the Transit Authority's internal archives, there are classified incident reports that never reach the public. These files document structural anomalies inside closed stations, physical breaches that city engineers cannot explain. The most persistent reports center on Platform 0. According to these logs, the station does not exist during normal service hours, appearing only in the small window after the final scheduled train has cleared the tracks. Veteran maintenance crews treat the threat as a physical reality. They adhere to an unspoken schedule, strictly refusing to enter specific tunnel sectors after 3 a.m., because of metallic screeching sounds coming from tunnels they know are empty. Their caution is rooted in the 1979 janitor incident. After hearing a crowded train arrive at an abandoned terminal, the worker found hundreds of fresh footprints covering the platform the next morning. There was no evidence of anyone exiting the station. These events led to the Rules of the Dark, a set of protocols circulated among transit employees. On this schematic, the yellow warning line represents the primary defense. If the station clocks stop, that line becomes a total boundary that must not be crossed. The existence of these protocols suggests that Platform 0 is not a fixed, abandoned location, but rather a physical anomaly that manifests specifically in the voids left by the city's official transit schedule. We have a detailed record of this manifestation through the case of Liam Foster. In 1979, the urban explorers stayed in a station past the final departure to see if the maintenance workers' rules were justified. At exactly 3:03 a.m., the environment began to break down. Digital clocks froze mid-second, and every advertisement on the walls vanished simultaneously. Then, the architecture gave way. The concrete wall across the tracks fractured, revealing a hidden waiting area sealed behind the station's original structure. A train rolled in without headlights and without the sound of an engine. The only auditory signal was a low, steady hum of raw electricity that seemed to vibrate through the platform floor. Inside the cars, commuters in modern clothes sat directly alongside passengers in vintage coats and hats. Every passenger remained perfectly motionless, their eyes fixed, unblinking. The station had become a point of temporal convergence, pulling commuters from different decades into the same physical loop. A conductor in a vintage uniform stepped onto the platform. He maintained a fixed, unnerving smile as he consulted a small leather notebook. The conductor looked directly at Foster and noted that he was early, explaining that the manifest didn't officially list his collection until the following year. He then offered Foster a black subway ticket. Stamped in white across the center were 3 words: "No return service." As the station lights flickered green, Foster remembered the 5th survival rule. He immediately closed his eyes tightly and refused to open them, even as the cold environment completely changed around him. Voices began to surround him, the sounds of deceased relatives and childhood friends. They softly whispered from the open train doors, encouraging him to board and come home. The train functions by weaponizing memory, using the voices of the dead to dissolve a passenger's hesitation until they step across the threshold of their own accord. The Transit Authority's review of the security footage from that night shows a chilling discrepancy. Foster is seen interacting with thin air, nodding and reaching out to an empty track. A 7-second total camera blackout followed. When the image returned, Foster was standing in the exact same position, though the footage now showed a glaring physical inconsistency. Foster no longer cast a shadow. Despite the overhead lights, the floor beneath him remained perfectly clear. This topological map shows the systemic contagion that followed. A new, unauthorized station node frequently forces its way into the digital layout. physically distorting the line geometry to accommodate a stop that shouldn't exist. Modern transit crews are now tasked with a daily cover-up, identifying and destroying these updated maps every morning before the first commuters enter the system. If you are ever the last person on the platform and you hear the screech of brakes from a darkened tunnel, do not turn around. The system is simply reviewing its manifest to see if your name is finally on the list.